just in time. Greetings. Good afternoon. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. I'm probably gonna be back on later on tonight. I ain't decided yet. It depends how I feel. Shout out to Roscoe P. Co-Chain. He pulled up to the lab last night. Make sure y'all check out that live stream we did. It was dope. We was kicking nothing but hip-hop culture. Y'all come on in here, man. Let's kick the Willy Bobo. Oh, it's about to get ugly out here. It's about to get ugly. The weather is changing. If you're on the East Coast, you know the weather is changing rapidly. It's almost knitted season. So, peace. It's almost time for the PA knittage to make its debut. Shout out to everybody that rocked out the whole summer. We sold bikinis, we sold bucket hats, sold sarongs for the chicks at the beach. Yeah. Can you talk about your journey to stop smoking? It was fairly easy. I couldn't afford it anymore, man. Johnny, what's up, pimp? I couldn't afford it anymore. The first, since you said a journey, the first step, the first step on the journey is acknowledging that you have a problem. I knew I had a problem. I knew I had a problem dating back to my teens and shit. I never could do parole and probation. I never. It was always a problem. I tried everything imaginable to try to beat urine tests. It never worked. Was wasting money, throwing up shit, taking fucking niacin pills, them shits to have you itching all crazy and shit. None of that shit worked, and it was expensive. He said, you look like you're doing a Tour de France. I just got done. He said, I'm 39, I never tried it. I didn't say I want to on my 40th birthday. Go ahead. You look good, bro. You can tell you don't burn no more. I gave it up. CD said I quit cold turkey. Yeah, man, I did the niacin pill. Yeah, it's raining. I did the niacin pills, man. I used to beat urine tests in jail, though. I used to beat urine tests in jail all the time. That's because you're not smoking a whole lot that'll get you real dirty, and your system is so clean. I beat urines in jail all the time with just water, nothing else. Most people in jail be beating them with water and shit. Boom, boom, boom. Ogolo Ricky says, Jesus loved you. He said, you were in jail, not surprised. Suck a dick. Are you surprised now? Boom, 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 boom. Who do these people be coming from? Somebody get Khaled on the phone. I should have hit him with the punchline. I gave it up before, and you notice things that you join life that were missing out on getting hot. He said, you zero tolerance. Nobody got time for it, man. Motherfuckers be coming in here talking stupid and shit. I've been alcohol free for 18 months. The first step in AA is admitting you are powerless over alcohol, just as you said with the weed. Yeah, man, weed smokers get up first thing in the morning. First thing you looking for. Some will brush their teeth, some won't. Looking for a blunt, you roll out of bed, man, to look at your ashtray and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking roll straight out of bed smoking blunts and shit. It was just out of control. I was spending way too much money, and I get a lot of money, so it wasn't a real problem. I just got to acknowledging, man, how much more I could do with my money and shit, man. I was smoking like probably a quarter pound or more a week. Yeah, probably a quarter pound or more a week. That's a lot of weed for one person to be consuming and shit. So that money adds up, yeah. Gongu Roach said I need to stop smoking. Some don't even wipe their ass. I haven't had a drink in over 7 years. I used to love Henny Straight. How's your stamina? Diamondback right there. I be doing like 29 miles, man, like it ain't nothing and shit. I got a couple brothers that I ride with and shit. So he said you would spend hundreds of dollars a week. Yeah, easy. Hundreds a day sometimes. He said hundreds a week, hundreds a day sometimes and shit. Number one, I edit video. So my weed habit had turned into like a cigarette. I had the habit to edit video. I was editing long projects, Murder Unit, Haitian Jack 1, Haitian Jack 2. Like, I do all my own editing and shit like that. So I would be at the computer, mouse in my my right hand, blunt in the left hand and shit. Smoking loud is expensive, yeah. My man said, honestly, I can't take Luce Cannon serious. I'm a LA native, and he's very much a character. Y'all ain't got characters out there? We like Luce Cannon. What's your problem, sweetheart? What's your problem, Sugar Plum? What's your problem with Luce Cannon? Yo, that nigga funny as hell, man. The way he talk and be acting and shit all silly, you think he's not capable of violence. Yo, T-Bone from the movie Colors, that was Damon Wayans' character. He was a silly acting nigga too. Them niggas is drive-by shooters like a motherfucker. He said, you've been on a tear down for some weeks now. Your content has been top tier. I had to talk with some people around me and shit, and two things happened. Constantly elevating. Number one, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. There's not a lot of interesting people to interview currently. I got one on the cooker that's gonna be dope. I like to come with original dope content. And this new generation of rappers, they ain't that interesting. They not that interested, man. Like, they stories, man, they don't. You just popped up from SoundCloud and you're a killer and you spin the block and you and your niggas is at war and shit. Like, I don't want them types of niggas around me. Like, so there's not a lot of good reciprocals, number one. And I'm being for real and shit. All of the dope ones, it's some people that I didn't get my hands on that I would like to. Rob Bass, Chubb Rock. It's a couple, but it's not a lot, man. Like, if you look around, a lot of people be bouncing. The same people be bouncing. Niggas that did an interview with me did an interview with Math Hoffa. Nigga that did an interview with Math Hoffa did an interview with Doggy Diamonds. Like, they be bouncing around, and before you know it, it's nothing revealing. They not gonna say nothing revealing and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're out of here, sweetheart. Boom. I like that one guy with the mask until you exposed him. I heard he's going through some. That's Taj Mahal. His name is Tosh. I heard he's going through some depressing shit right now. Karma will get on your ass. And he deserves every bit of it, yeah. People tell me that I definitely pulled his skirt up and disrupted his con. That's what you get when you out here cheating and shit. He deserves everything to come to him and shit. He's a creep. He's a piece of shit. He deserves to fail. You know what I'm saying? I heard several people from LA basically say he's the boogeyman. If you listen to his stories, he said he got up on DJ Khaled. He said he got up on Meek Mill. He said he be pressing niggas. I think he said Rose. He got a list. He said, you ruined it for me. Yeah, he's MC Gusto. Taj Mahal is MC Gusto. He's from Iowa, come from a well-off family. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of him in school when he was in high school. You could tell he was void of struggle. He was void of hardship. You can just look in a guy's face and shit, man. Like, yeah, this is a fucking nerd. Yep. So, the fact that you don't need others is dope. great God is weird as hell. Nigga trying to be West Side Gun and Mock Homie together. He's a fucking nerd, man. Eventually people was gonna see through him. I was told recently that he stole that mask concept, not just from Mac Homie, but somebody from Philly. He had an acquaintance from Philly who was representing an artist from Philly. And the artist from Philly, his name is something Mask. He wear a mask. And the dude told Taj about it. Next thing you know, Taj run around with a fucking mask on and shit. Big U is like the dumb version of this cat out here named Magic. Oh, they said Magic's bad news, man. I was warned about them two guys, man. Before they became internet famous, before people seen their faces, I was warned about them. I was. Straight up. Cardan was doing that too. You can't get away with that shit. He got that shit from MF Doom. He's a fucking sweetie pie. Why did Hurricane Chris get 50 Cent started? He deserved everything to come with fucking with 50 Cent. Number one, 50 Cent don't owe them niggas nothing. That was a dumbass video for him to put out. Talking about why ain't 50 Cent include them? Because you're not popping, my nigga. The fuck? Why would 50 Cent? You was just driving taxi cabs a few years ago and you was out of music entirely. Wasn't he? No, he killed somebody. Maybe he was driving taxi cabs and he killed somebody, but he was out of music. I think he beat a murder or something like that. Whatever the case, you're not popping musically, pimp. So why would 50 Cent go out of his way to deal with you? Not to mention, they said that 50 Cent, whatever he had going on, he included Master P. Master P is from those parts and shit. So he don't owe them niggas nothing. He beat a murder. Okay. These dudes here don't realize you've been around before all those cats. Yeah. He did beat a murder. Okay. Do you listen to Sauce Walker? No, I don't. I see him on the internet, but that's the extent of it. Eric says Shawnee was Luce Cannon's sugar mama. Luce Cannon is the current comic relief online, man. He know it, too. He keeps saying sweetheart. He be like, Big U. Listen, sweetheart. Oh, shit. That nigga funny as hell. Yeah, I heard about the 39ers. Magic and Mike Conception are serious goons, but had some corporate white folks back in their play. He said Luce Cannon is fried. That nigga's hilarious, man. He's a funny motherfucker, man. I believe there's people in the comments telling him he need to get some merch to say sweetheart. Victor Williams says, keep Big U name out of your mouth. Listen, sweetie pie. I'm from the East Coast. You can suck a dick. How you like that? How you like that, sweetheart? I ain't coming to Lamert Park to hang out with you motherfuckers. You can kiss my ass. The fuck you gonna do, clown? The fuck out of here. Sweetie pie. Him and Little Woody need to team up. Boom. Let me get you out of here, man. You talk too much. Enjoy your day, sweetheart. He said, Big U ain't worried about us talking about him online. It's all in the game. Big U is having some hardship right now after that interview with Black Sam. If you read his comments on his Instagram page, he's having a hard time trying to convince people that he's good people, that he's an honorable guy. Like, people placing that whole situation at his feet. And it doesn't help that Luce Cannon is calling him sugar plum and shit like that. Straight up. Yo. That nigga's crazy. Boom, boom. He said Big U is done. He had a good run. He said Luce Cannon is a fool. He really get down. He cutthroat for sure. That's what they saying. All of his videos right now, they viral. Everything that he put out is viral. He putting out these little clips. They be about between 7 and 11 minutes long. The whole shit be comedy, man. Straight up. He said Big Eugene is worried. It ain't like he's gonna get a murder case or nothing. And his situation ain't like Diddy's. Like, he don't got nobody telling on him. Diddy got what's the nigga name? Keefy D. You got Keefy D telling on him. The worst thing that happened to the guys from LA was getting online. They shouldn't have got online. The gang banging niggas, they shouldn't have got online, man. They shouldn't. And I know they dangerous and all of that. They shouldn't have got online. Like, they just disrupted all the mystique that they had. That they disrupted everything. The representatives, and I know it's real niggas out there, but the representatives, Whack 100, and these cats that's online, they fucking up. You think if Big U was involved in Nipsey's murder, that dude sits this long with his mouth shut, the killer? Interesting. Maybe you have a point, but they done already stabbed his ass up, or they already whooped his ass. He gotta be in jail, man. He probably don't want to be out there telling on a high-profile case. He won't have no place to hide and shit. So, hey, man. He said, yeah, they should. Now niggas ain't scared to size them up in real life. That's kind of like what I was getting at and shit. I don't know if guys from Cali know this, but do y'all know that our impression of y'all was Rocket from Colors? That was, and I know that was just a fictional character, and there's probably people that was worse than him, But Rocket was a cold-blooded nigga, man. That was our perception of the gang shit. That's the first Crip we ever knew. Rocket. Straight up. Straight up. I seen Colors at the movies with my mom and my little sister, man. I was a young nigga. And it was certain parts of that movie that was actually scary and shit. It was scary when they fucked High Top. When they whooped High Top ass in that prison yard, that was scary. When Rocket blew Robert Craig over that fence with that pump shotgun, that was scary. When they killed Killer B in that bed, that was scary. Boom, boom. He said Don Cheadle looked the same. After seeing him in other movies and shit, you can't forget Rocket. You can't. That probably was his breakout role. I was just watching him in a movie the other day. He was shooting motherfuckers. His name was Rabbit or some shit. He was in A Devil in a Blue Dress with Denzel Washington. He was clapping the shit out of motherfuckers. He was killing motherfuckers in that. I know dudes who died like the shotgun scene from Colors. Same thing happened with Jay Prince. The mystique is gone. Yep. That's a great comparison. Jay Prince came online about 4 years ago when they cut that boy in the Bronx. They cut his artist in the Bronx and took his jewelry. Jay Prince put out a video. He was like, hey, to my brothers on the East Coast, y'all need to get that chain back. The nigga was sounding like the fucking boogeyman, man. Them niggas gave that fucking chain back in a hurry, too. He just kept going. Before a motherfucker said, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Nobody want to hear that shit. The final straw was him fucking with Mason Cameron. Mace was like, nigga, if you 60 years old, you still trying to be a gangster, you failed. Peanut Gallery laughed him off the internet, man. That's the end of it. He said them fools gave the chain back. I couldn't believe they gave that shit back. And then didn't get no play. Didn't get no play. Thought they was getting a contract with Rap A Lot Records, man. A nigga took that chain and kept it moving. Boom, boom. My man said, we consider old heads. Ain't nothing old about me, pimp. I can still do backflips. It's a Sunday. I just got out the gym and just got done riding my bike. Me and you two entirely different breeds and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and hop in that casket, old head. You on your way. You know what I'm saying? You out here eating various porks, drinking liquor. We in here conversating about how I kick reefer cold turkey. Me and you ain't got nothing in common. Nothing in common. He said, that tickle y'all, huh? Y'all see that nigga just tried to put me in a nursing home with him? The fuck is that nigga talking about? Pork eating ass nigga, get your ass out of here. You and your high blood pressure. Slim Thug put out a PSA about J Prince slander online. It's too late. He said, you got 23-year-olds looking 60 and shit. Hell yeah. Out here eating all that goddamn pork at McDonald's and shit. Drinking liquor. Boom, 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 boom. He said, that ain't perks. What you mean cold turkey? I think niggas spend more money on weed than Percocets. As a matter of fact, I know 100% weed is more popular than Percocets. You can't compare the two. You can't. He said, nah, if you take care of yourself, you're not old until you're about 80. My man said, yeah, I never did the cigarette thing either. I'm 49 and still got hairline. I don't feel old, never even drunk or smoked cigarettes in my life. That's what up. That's what's up. How you quit smoking? I just quit. I just quit. Like, I just woke up one day, it was like, man, I ain't buying no weed today. One day turned into 7 days. 7 days turned into 14. 14 days turned into 4 weeks. 4 weeks turned into 6 months. Once the taste is out of your mouth, what I noticed about it and shit is, after I had stopped smoking for a couple of days, you can still taste it in your mouth. It's because when you breathe, that shit is coming out of your lungs through your mouth, through your nasal passages and shit. So you can actually still taste the blunt. Still, it took about a few days for that to get up out of my system and shit. And then after that, it was nothing. Treetop, tall, whatever your name is, don't compare me and you, man. I'm the chosen one and shit. I'm chosen and shit, man. You ain't got nothing in common and shit. I've been on like a 35-year win streak, man. You know what I mean? Me and you got nothing in common. Play quarterback, play point guard. You know my type. Golden boy and shit. Some of us just have it and shit. You don't. You probably playing on the line and shit, if you played at all. But me and you ain't the same and shit. You know what I'm saying? My man said, I done quit everything but trees. Granny was 103 burning her corncob pipe. Got you. Brian Russell said, I'm going to stop today. Yeah, stop, man. It costs money. Why don't you call up to the 050 show? Why would I call to the 050 show? We in 2 different classrooms and shit. Why would I call into the 050 show? Do I look like I belong in that 050 show? Do I look like, do I sound like, do I smell like I belong in the 050 show? Seriously. Seriously. Make it make sense. Boom, boom, boom. They say Luce Cannon, he said they talking about you right now. That's cool. I'm a hot topic. I got it tattooed on me around here somewhere. There it go, right there. You see what that say? Hot topic. That's me. They said the dude looked like Stevie J. They said he's Stevie J of the West Side. Bay Gibson, thank you. I stopped doing wrong and that gave me power. Same here. Same here. When you're doing wrong, you only gonna get wrong in return and shit. That's it. You'll only thrive briefly and shit. It's kind of like, you know, living the life of a criminal and shit. You might eat for a year, then you got to do 5 years in the penitentiary. The math don't be mathing and shit. So the same applies in life, man. Don't be a rotten motherfucker and shit, because you're gonna pay for that shit. And just so you know, sins of the father, sins of the mother can be visited upon a child. Meaning, you can do rotten shit and think you get away with it, and then all that rotten shit, all that rotten energy you put out into the world will be returned to one of your children, one of your offspring and shit like that. Do you know that? So, just remove that type of shit from your life. Remove that type of shit from your life. He said, you gotta come with your own film company. I'm down with Second Chance Enterprises right now. You know how Spike Lee, when he does his movies, he always had the same actors. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but a lot of people that play in Spike Lee movies, he used the same people over and over. He probably added some, but he used the same people over and over. The Dunner Man, he passed away, Bill Nunn. Big Brother Dean Almighty, all of them, they all down with 40 Acres and a Mule and shit. That's his production squad and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you see a Luke Steffen film, I probably will be on there and shit. Yeah. Yeah, 40 Acres and a Mule. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. My shit don't be fitna, that means confusion and shit. I give y'all food, you know what I'm saying? I give y'all real hip hop. I had Roscoe Pico Chain in the lab yesterday. Before that I had Boaz. Before that I had Fat Man Scoop. I give you that real shit, you know what I'm saying? No made up shit. Like, I don't need to cling to nobody or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? People board flights and shit to come see the dribble and shit. So, check out the new 38 Special. Yeah, I'm a 38 Special fan, man. Hell yeah. Black Sopranos got some hot shit out right now, too. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, man. I be posting all the hot underground shit on IG. Check it out. I drink alkaline water. Lately, I've been drinking that Gatorade brand water and shit. It's pretty good. But we supposed to hydrate ourselves with fruits, like watermelon. You know what I'm saying? Like watermelon or coconuts. Those are great hydrants. My man says China Brim, Harlem Legend, and Hassan Campbell were all laughing at you. I ain't bothered by that, man. Them niggas is slow, man. Them niggas is slow. when you speak of them like, you know, when you see the cheese bus coming through and shit, and there be, you know, kids on the motherfucking bus with helmets on and shit, and some of them might be slobbing and shit like that. That's them niggas. That's them niggas. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to, they all should clean together and shit. They need each other and shit. You know what I mean? No harm, no foul. You talking to me about a nigga that was molested and shit. Well, pardon me, he wasn't molested. A nigga that was thawed and, you know, freak nigga and shit, man. Like, should I be bothered by what you saying and shit? Them niggas got problems. Them niggas need help. You know what I mean? You put me on to the bitters. They nasty, taste good for the immune system. Maybe the next time I get on, I'll give y'all an update on how the bitters is going. I bought the soursop bitters, and I bought the black seed bitters and shit from a company called Serene Herbs. You'll see them online. You can Google them and shit. They ship that shit to your door. But once I start taking that shit, my fucking beard and my nails and shit start growing fast as a motherfucker. For real. That's how you know it's working. Shit in your body is going on and shit. Shit is popping. You know what I mean? They say soursop kills cancer. Facts. Bitters fight cancer. Dr. Sebi said anything that's bitter is good for you and shit. He was talking about limes, key limes, lemons. Yeah. My man said, what's bitter for the tongue is sweet for the blood. Thank you. Good afternoon to everybody. About to go get some soul food in a minute. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I was listening to this guy speaking about eating healthy and shit. And he was like, whenever you put your body under duress, it's good for your body. For instance, when your body is hot, you sweat. That's good for you. When your body is hungry, when you fasting and shit like that, it triggers your immune system and shit. Like, whenever you remove food from your body starts functioning amongst itself and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit made perfect sense to me and shit. It did. It did. What are you going to eat? Probably whiting. Bitters is good for the liver. Make sure y'all check out them videos, man, with that funny ass nigga Luce Cannon and shit. That's been the comic relief. He says soul food is slave. We going to the plantation sometime this afternoon, I promise you. Greens, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, the whole 9 yards. Just got out the gym, man. I'm about to crash some shit. Straight up. Yams. Don't mind me. Yo, don't mind me. Straight up. Just found out plastic water bottles ain't good. We need glass alkaline. Interesting. Nah, no porks, man. No pork on my fork. I've never had none of that shit. I ate a pepperoni in the 80s. That shit was pretty good. Got my ass whooped. But I never had ham. Never had ham. Never had bacon in life. None of that shit. None of that swine shit. Never had it in life. How about steak? Nah, I don't eat steak, man. If you gotta struggle to chew that shit, just think about how hard it is to eat steak, right? And with your teeth. Imagine what happens when you put that shit in your stomach. It ain't no incisors or nothing to break that shit up. It's, nah, hell nah. I ain't ate steak in probably like 12 years or some shit like that. For real. He said, not hard at all to eat steak. You can say all the slick shit you want about having it tenderized and eating the shit medium rare, bloody, and all of that shit. That shit ain't to be consumed by fucking humans. It's not. And it's proven and shit. As soon as you get all fucked up and shit, the first thing the doctor tell you is to stop eating that shit. So why wait until you damn near dead to stop eating it? Just stop now. You know what I mean? Cheeseburgers. I used to like cheeseburgers. I'm a cheeseburger man. But they got substitutes for it. They got substitutes for it. I had a sweet potato burger the other day. They got They got mad. Black bean burgers is good. They got substitutes and shit. If it's prepared right, you won't even know it. You won't even notice. You won't. What's your routine in a day? I do full body shit, burpees, pull-ups. I lift dumbbells, light dumbbells. I do push-ups. I do shit that make you look good in your clothes and shit. I target specific areas. Men should target their shoulders, chest, and arms. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you do your legs and shit, man, so you don't be shaped funny and shit. But there's certain exercises that make women attracted to you. I just told you what they was, and them the joints that I do on a regular. Got it? He said, not even a burger? I don't eat no red meat, man. No turkey burgers, nothing. No. Boom, boom, boom. He said no artificial burger is good. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. They got burgers made out of quinoa. They got burgers made out of fucking beans and shit. The fuck are you talking about? When you come in here, man, have your dribble right, man. Because this shit is a lifestyle to certain people and shit, man. You can't just get off your couch and start giving out instruction to a motherfucker that live it. It don't make sense and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat no chicken, man. I don't. I ain't had chicken in a long ass time. No, yes I did. Yes I did. I was somewhere and I ate a piece of chicken. Not a chicken off of a bone and shit. Like, it was like in some pasta or something. But I didn't eat it all. I just tasted it. Listening to the show, I'm on my way to the gym now. Yeah, on a Sunday. That's how you do it. He said, why niggas hate taking care of themselves? Lazy. I think niggas lazy, man, and yeah, niggas is lazy. You gotta break yourself out of that shit. From picking all that goddamn cotton for free and shit. Shit was passed down through the generations. Niggas tired of working and sweating and shit like that. Motherfuckers was in them fucking cotton fields, man, from dusk to dawn, carrying bales and shit like that. Straight up, motherfuckers tired, man. You gotta break out of that shit. Boom, boom. I believe everything Luce Cannon is saying. Me too. Me too. These Sunnis in Sudan eat camel meat. It's crazy. Gotta take care of yourself if you want to lay proper pipes, so why not? Facts. Trick Daddy has that cooking show, passing out that food that's killing folks. You can look at him and tell he not healthy. Who would eat his food? Who would eat his food, man? Who would eat his food, man? Wasn't he publicly smoking laces and shit? Who the fuck would listen to fucking... Who the fuck would listen to what the fuck he's saying, man? That nigga like cocaine and his weed and shit like that, man. Like, that's bad advice. Niggas be doing anything, man. Like, you gotta be careful, man. He don't look healthy. You can tell the way he talk. You see his eyes and shit. Nigga got jaundice and shit like that. Struggling to breathe. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to college for marketing. Good deal. Boom, 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 boom. He said, John, this is crazy. Hell yeah. Motherfuckers' eyes and pupils and shit be all yellow and shit. That's sickness. Gotta get your dribble right, man. Straight up. He said he smoked lace blunts. Yeah, that's they do that shit in fucking Florida and shit. Then you see, what's the nigga name? What's the nigga, the light-skinned nigga with the dreads, was wild as hell, used to be with Rick Ross. Gunplay. Yeah. He said bonks. Yeah, that's what they called. I bet Big U is fuming getting called sweetie. You could tell it's affecting him because he doing live streams trying to explain himself and shit like that. It's getting under his skin. Whenever he open his phone, the Nipsey fans is in his comments like, you dirty motherfucker. We knew that you did it the whole time. He said they do it in Philly too. That's some old head shit. That nigga who was in here talking that old head shit, he probably smoked lace blunts. Them the niggas that be doing that shit. That ain't no like young nigga vice. Lil Wayne got jaundice, I believe. Lil Wayne don't look healthy either. He don't. Gunplay did coke on camera. Yeah, I remember that. That was during the World Star era. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope y'all making the most out of your Sunday. Let me tell you something about the weekends and shit. Just because y'all been trained, people have been trained, programmed to take weekends off, don't do that. Make the most of your time and shit. People wait till Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and don't do nothing. That don't make sense. That's why you fat and look terrible. That's why you ain't got no money and shit. Motherfuckers wait till Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and don't work. Don't be trying to get no money. Wait until they go back to the job site on Monday to start slaving again and shit. Working for somebody else. The weekend is when you should work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you got them days off, that's when you should work for yourself. Self-improvement, self-empowerment. Read a book, study, lift weights, exercise, eat right, fast, work a side job, hustle, all of that. Don't get mixed up into the American dream we was lied to. From top to bottom, the diet, the 4 or 5 major food groups, that shit'll kill you. Like, everything that you was taught in school is dangerous. I don't know if y'all know that. Probably taken till you grown to understand that. The schooling that we went through, dangerous. Waste of time. Everything that you know in this life that's valuable to you, you learned it on your own, didn't you? Didn't you? Everything that's valuable. What did you learn that was valuable in school? Let's hear it. They taught you how to count. Taught you how to read. Spelling. There were some things that was useful, but for the most part. Boom, 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 boom. Do you DoorDash on a bike? No. No, no, no. He said, what's up with Mugga and Green? I don't know, man. U.S. history. You mean his story. His story. And Martin Luther King. Could have ended it after the 8th grade. Teach you how to become a part of their corporations, but school is networking too. They feed you to the college system. They tell you, graduate, go to college, which is a business, an industry. Get in debt. You know what I'm saying? Go to college and get in debt with us. While you in college, they try to help you fuck your credit up and shit. They fuck mine up, help me fuck mine up. I told y'all the story about how I fucked my credit up in college, right? Here I am, never in a million years thought that I have a credit card, didn't think that I had any use for one. I'm coming out of the library one day and they got a table set up with George Foreman grills and toasters and all these gifts. Did anybody get caught up like that at them tables in college? Did anybody in here get caught up with them gifts in college at them tables? They say, yeah, come on over here. Just fill out these papers. We're going to give you a free George Foreman grill. We're going to give you a free microwave. Or we're going to give you... Look at all these gifts we have at these tables. We're going to give you... Just pick something. Just fill out these papers. He said, yeah, they got you. Yeah, they got me. They did. I didn't even know that they got me. I didn't even know that they got me. This is what happened. I told this story before. Boom. I come out the library. It's 2 tables. They got these gifts and shit. You know, when you in college, you need some gifts. You need a little bit of help. And I filled out these papers at both of these tables, and they gave me some gifts. I walked back to the dorm with all this shit in my hand. It was free. I'm like, yeah, man, this is dope. I got this free shit. So a couple weeks later, everybody started leaving to go home on the weekends and shit. And I stayed on campus, but a lot of people would leave on the weekends and come back. You know, people that, I went to Slippery Rock University, so Pittsburgh, a lot of people from Pittsburgh and shit like that would go home on the weekends and shit, and the campus would be dead and shit. But anyway, you know, my social circle had kind of like went their separate ways on the weekends, and I was trapped on campus, right? And I wanted to go home, so I called my mom and told her to come get me. She said, I ain't coming to get you. She ain't want me home. She ain't want me in the streets. I ain't coming to get you. You went to college for a reason. Stay there, right? So I'm like, man, I'm down here. I'm hungry, man. I ain't got no money. Da 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 da. She said, don't you got some credit cards down there? I'm like, nah, I ain't got no credit cards. She was like, yes, you do. They sent some mail home. They sent whatever I filled out. They sent copies of it home. So she knew what I had. She was like, yes, you do. You just signed up for some credit cards and shit down there. I'm like, she said, go check your mailbox. They probably in your mailbox because they sent some shit home. I went to the mailbox down. I'm in the dorms. I went to the mailbox, opened it up. Lo and behold, mailbox full of credit cards. She said, you could take them credit cards to the bank and get money. I'm like, what you mean? She got the forms at home. She said them credit cards got cash advances and shit. Like each of them credit cards, you can get like $1,500 cash and just go to the bank. I'm like, yeah, right. She like, yeah, right. She was like, you can go to an ATM and get some fucking cash off them credit cards. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You serious? She was like, hell yeah. So I go to an ATM. Ain't never used an ATM a day in my life. Ain't never used an ATM a day in my life. Put the credit card in the motherfucker. I think these motherfuckers came activated because I don't remember even activating them motherfuckers. Went to the fucking cash machine, put the fucking credit card in there and start hitting buttons, you know, following the prompts. $300 cash, $500 cash, whatever. I start hitting the motherfuckers, man, and the motherfuckers start spitting out money. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, I got like 3 credit cards. I'm like, yo, jackpot. Man, I went on a fucking spree. I went and bought all kind of fucking Averex leathers and shit like that. Yo, man, I maxed the fucking credit cards out, run after another, man. I'm talking about in a weekend. I called my brother. I'm like, yo, you want a leather? He like, how the fuck you gonna buy me a leather? I'm like, man, I got these credit cards. He like, go to the machine, see how much is on them. My brother, he older than me. He involved. He coaching me over the phone, telling me what to do. Man, that was the beginning of my decline in college, man. I paid somebody to take me home, went home, bought a half-pound of weed, brought it back to campus. That started my drug trafficking organization on campus, them credit cards. It was downhill from there. Fuck my life up, fuck my credit up. But yeah, that's my credit story. That's what happened. That's the absolute truth. He said, did you make any of the payments? Hell nah. Hell nah, man. You don't give credit to a motherfucker from the projects, from the streets. That's free money, man. We ain't never paying this shit back. Like, This is what's in your mind and shit, man. I'm fresh. I got new jewelry. I went berserk with them cards. Straight up. Man, I was trying to figure out when the next time they was going to set up some tables on campus, man. I'm about to sign up for some more. Let's do this shit. Let's run this shit back. Yo, my man said, I'm at the gas station. Listen to these women. They know they don't work out either. They look a mess. He said, people flip their student loans too. I did a little bit of that too. Them refund checks. Went to the mailbox one day. It was check. Motherfuckers was telling me, refunds is out. You know, you started seeing that little bit of everybody got an Averex on campus. The first day of school, it wasn't like that. I was the only nigga down there. I got on Iceberg and all this shit. That's because I brought that shit with me. Like, I was a hustler. I'm coming out the streets going to college and shit. Motherfuckers start popping up with Averexes and shit and Pellies and shit. Like, the fuck is going on here? Big dice games in the dorms and shit. You know what I mean? Big ass dice games in the dorms. Everybody got money and shit. It was, sheesh. Refund checks is coming, man. When these motherfuckers coming back? Is free money involved with this shit? He said selling books. Man, I was a part of a book theft ring. I'm telling y'all all my college crime capers. It'd be a lot of college crime and shit. The book theft ring. Niggas in the fucking cafeteria waiting for somebody to lunch so we can take your whole backpack and go sell your books back to the book exchange. Some niggas put me down with that. I ain't even know about that one and shit. It was some niggas that put me down with that hustle and shit. This shit bringing back memories and shit. Man, we had a theft ring. At the end of the semesters, you could sell them expensive ass books back. It was a personal finance book that was going for like $275, $250 and shit. Man, we was in the cafeteria waiting for a motherfucker to put their backpack down. Fucking textbooks is costing $250 and shit like that, man. Like, you steal 3 books and go to, they didn't ask who they belong to. You steal 3 or 4 books, man. That's $1,000 and shit. Man. My man said, I remember those days. So that's where my books went. Yeah, motherfuckers getting clipped for their books. Yes, sir. Man. He said, we did the book hustle here in Indiana. Man, it was rich motherfuckers in school, man. First time I ever seen some designer fucking bed sheets. That was in college and shit, man. We went to go visit some girls. And this chick had fucking Tommy Hilfiger bed sheets and shit like that, man. She almost got robbed. Niggas is talking about coming back to that bitch house, man. Yo, we ain't never seen no shit like that. Rich ass students in college and shit with Tommy Hill bed sheets and shit like that. We like, what the fuck? Oh shit. He said people at Central State was getting busy like that. Do you feel college is worth the cost? College was fun as fuck, man. Like, I was in college for about 9 months and shit. That shit was fun as fuck. Some of the best times of my life and shit. Yeah. It was the shit. My man said on everything. This is that funny. Prison didn't teach you much. Hell nah, man. Prison wasn't hard for me and shit, man. When you get to college, you notice the similarities and shit. Same cafeteria, dormitories. You got a roommate, that's your cellie and shit. It's the same shit. Prisons just got a fence around them. Prisons ain't dirty no more. Prisons ain't dirty. That's some TV shit. Prisons look just like fucking universities and shit. You didn't know that? I wasn't struggling in jail. I was getting money in jail. I was in Source magazine in jail. I was writing books. You know what I'm saying? Highly touted and shit. Like I'm walking around the Source and shit. Walking around the prison yard, man. Motherfuckers walking up to me like, yo, man, we just seen you in the Source and shit. I hadn't even got a copy and shit. You know what I'm saying? They start sending copies to the jail and shit. Motherfuckers seen me in the Source in the library, in the prison library and shit. Like, I ain't even get a copy yet. I'm like, word? They like, hell yeah, man. Like, got niggas following me around, asking me how I did it and shit. Like, everybody want to write a fucking book now. They like, man, this nigga got signed and shit. He's still in fucking population. This shit crazy. This is the true story. True fucking story and shit. My man said military, colleges, and jail are the same. Yeah. My man said I hated college. Man, college, the only thing, man, you needed to have money, man, because you had to be fresh and shit. Like, you got to be fresh in college 24 hours a day. I stayed in a co-ed dorm and shit. I had girls directly across the hall from me, girl neighbors and shit. Girls walking around in the hallway with bathrobes and shit on like that. Like, you got to be fresh, and you had to be fresh in college, man. Like, it was never a dull moment. Everything brand new, everything fresh, like, for real. Had to be fresh 24/8. Hell yeah, man. 10 pair of sneakers, 5 pair of Timbs and shit, man. Rotating, man. Jewelry, leathers and shit. You got class at 8, 9 in the morning. You getting fresh at 8 in the fucking morning and shit, man. Like, for real. I took swimming in college and shit. Like, 12 o'clock, I gotta go swim and shit. Get out the pool, run back to the dorm, get fresh again. That's a whole nother outfit. Straight up. Straight up. He said fresh kicks and cologne. Hell yeah, fresh slides, fresh flip-flops. Designer socks, brand new socks and shit. Champion sweats. Mandatory. He said, you knew who the ballers was on campus. Hell yeah, you knew who was selling dope, all that shit. The fuckers on campus and shit with Lexuses and shit like that, man. Rims and shit. For real. I had to go home, get me a whip, man. Come back, man. I came back to the Volkswagen Passat with the windshield wipers on the headlights. Straight up. Hop in the push start joint. Hop in the whip, the seatbelts go lock you in and shit. All because of the college, the fucking campus fashion show and shit. He said all PA colleges had a snow bunnies. Yeah, they do. My man said I had the 626 Mazda. Man, it was niggas in college that was living there that wasn't in college and shit. Like, you be seeing a motherfucker every day and shit. You think this motherfucker student and shit. Man, this nigga that flunked out, scared to go home. He staying with a girl and shit. This motherfucker still eating in the cafeteria, still hanging in the fucking rec center and shit. Like, you end up finding out, man, that nigga ain't no student here no more, man. That nigga flunked out, or that nigga, he couldn't pay. Like, his financial aid got fucked up, man. He scared to go home and shit, or don't want to go home. This motherfucker's living on campus selling drugs and shit. Like, you thinking they fucking students and shit. You see them every day and shit. Like, man, I thought you went here. Straight up. Straight up. He said, facts. Never seen him in class and shit. Nah, I never went to state college. I've been through there, though. I knew a Jamaican that was on the team but was still staying on campus and shit. Yeah, that's the college hustle. It'd be like that. What's this nigga major in? He said it was like a nightclub. Yeah, it was and shit. you had to have your grades right and shit. Like in college and shit, the niggas with all the bitches and shit, high grade point average. I had a 3.56 and shit. I used to be in study hall. I used to be getting tutored by divas and shit. You know what I mean? Baddest bitch on campus coming to my dorm to tutor me and shit like that. Like, that's what, it was popping. It was in vogue. Chicks, they liked the niggas who grades was up and shit like that. You know what I mean? I was part of the Black Action Society. I was in student government, all that shit. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Word up. My man said my school, Hampton University, had 13:1 female to male ratio. Dimes all over. My man said I had a Jetta. I had the big Jetta, the Passat. Yeah. He said the frat boys. Them fraternity niggas was on my dick, yo. Niggas was on my dick. They was. I bullshit you not and shit. We whooped some frat niggas' ass a couple times up at Slippery Rock and shit. Like, they fought back. Them niggas think they tough. Niggas think they tough. They be like the tough niggas on campus until, like, niggas like me end up on campus. This niggas that go to college that's from the streets and shit, like this wild and shit like that. And we all posseed up. Like, we a crew now and shit. We the live niggas now and shit. But we not in no frat and shit. But them frat niggas get to acting tough, man. We got to whoop their motherfucking ass and shit. Straight up. Straight up. He said they didn't try to recruit you. These one niggas, man. You meet them frat niggas in intramurals and shit. We all used to play ball and shit. You know, basketball and same intramurals and shit. So, you see, it was some of them niggas was thorough and shit like that. Like, they would make jokes like, man, you need to come fuck with us and shit like that, man. Them niggas ain't nothing but fucking criminals and shit. Them frat niggas be selling drugs and everything and shit. They do. You like, man, who got the weed? The fucking Q's got the weed. What the fuck? The Omegas got the weed. Like, everybody got a pack and shit like that. I wonder, do these niggas' mamas know that they on campus pumping and shit like that? Boom, boom, boom. I'm about to get up out of here, man. That's been an hour. He said, yep, failed hustlers and wannabe hoopers is in the frats. They just knew I wasn't getting out of bed at 5 in the morning in a blizzard to go to the store for nobody. And, you know, I wasn't, you know not to ask a motherfucker like me about no hazing and shit like that. Like, so. Anyway, I'm out of here, man. I got to get in the shower and get something to eat. Soul Food Sunday. That's what's popping. To whoever sent the super chat, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all go check out my Roscoe P. Code Chain interview, man. I got more. I did that on the live stream, but I actually interviewed him after. So check that out. Follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV _ Hip hop, sports, and fashion. That's what the dribble do. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Peace.